Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jason here. Today we're going to go over the top 3 credit cards of 2021. It's 2021, so I guess we can start putting 2021 in the titles. Number 1, we're going to start off with the Chase Freedom Flex card. This is a great card, by the way. It has some awesome, amazing perks that you can pretty much anybody would be able to take advantage of. Starting out, you get earn up to 5% up to $1,500 limit on purchases on bonus categories each quarter. That each quarter it's going to change. Obviously, this last quarter I think it was Walmart and PayPal. I'm pretty sure Walmart and PayPal is this last quarter. This upcoming quarter I don't know what it is right yet, but you can go on their website, chase.com, obviously, and just look up the Freedom Flex card. It shows you the quarters I think for this next year, 2021. Next, you can earn up to 5% back on travel purchases and 5% on all Lyft rides during your travels or anything like that. Or if you ride Lyft back and forth to work, that'd be a good good deal to be able to use that card to earn 5% back on your travels or anything like that. I think for the travels part, you have to go through the Chase Travels. Pretty sure you have to do that. So I would look into that, but it's a 5% back is at the end of the day, 5% back is 5% back. And if you take Lyft rides or Uber, obviously you switch over to Lyft for earn 5% back, save you some money. Next, you can earn up to 3% back on dining restaurants, which includes takeouts and things like that. So 3% back if you eat out a lot. Obviously, if you're working, eating out, you go out with your family, 3% back on all restaurants. And obviously, right now with COVID in the COVID world, that equals with a 3% back. If you do takeout. Next, you can earn up to 3% back on drugstore purchases. So all your medicines you get from the doctor or anything like that, you earn 3% back on drugstores, which is actually pretty high for most cards. 3% on drugstore purchases is great. Next, you can earn up to 1% back on all the purchases, obviously. So any other purchase you have, with the card, you can get up to 1% back. Obviously, this right here is all unlimited. The only one that's capped is the up to $1,500 back on purchases and bonuses on other categories each quarter. So 4 times a year they'll have 1, 2, 3, and 4 quarters. They'll have a different thing you can earn 5% back on, which is pretty awesome. The cashbacks rewards don't expire either, by the way. So you don't have to worry about having to use your cash back, within that first year of getting it. I know I've had a card in the past where you literally had to use your rewards within, I think it was like 6 months actually, which is pretty crazy to me. But most cards nowadays, obviously, they don't expire, which is a great perk to have because if you're like me, you just save them up and then you realize you have like a couple $100 in rewards you haven't used yet. There's also a 0% APR for 15 months. Most cards come with a 0% APR for 12 months. Obviously, say you wanted to, have a big purchase or something. So as long as you pay it off within that 15 months, you don't have any interest accruing on that. So obviously, you want to have it paid off before the 15 months, and after that, you never want to have an interest. You never want to have interest anyway. So you want to pay your card off every month. But say you did want to have a bigger purchase. And just because, like I said, within that first 15 months, you get no interest on that card. So I would just, like I said, if you want to do that, you could do that. But just remember, set a reminder or whatever, that after that 15 months period, you're going to get charged interest, and you don't want to get charged interest on your own money. So make sure you're paying that off every month. Next, you're going to have a $200 bonus when you spend up to $500 in 3 months. $500 in 3 months. So I mean, most people are going to spend $500 in 3 months. Let's be honest. I feel like that's pretty much a given. So you can earn $200 back. That's pretty much, like getting 40% of your money back on that $500. So say if you had bought something for $500, that item's going to now cost you $300. Or if you're just paying bills or whatever, that gets you 40% back. And I feel like that's a great deal, obviously. Plus, this card also gives you 5% backs at grocery stores. So, if obviously, you probably eat. I eat. Everybody has to eat. So, 5% back on those grocery store purchases. Why not? It's 5% back on grocery stores. And that's up to $12,000 spent. So, for $12,000, you get 5% of that $12,000 back. Up to that $12,000. Obviously, after that, it goes back down to 1%. But that's still a great deal. So, hey, take advantage. So I recommend this card, top of the list, the Chase Freedom Flex card, which is a great card, by the way. I definitely recommend that one. Now for number 2. The next card we're going to go over is the Citi Double Cashback card. It's probably one of the better cards out there, just because you get double cash back. That's the whole deal of it. Citi has had this card out for a while. It's been one of my favorite cards, just because you're always going to get that 2% back no matter what. So like when you go to buy the item, you get 1% back straight up. Boom, 1% off. Once you pay off that at the end of the month, like I do, or even if you didn't pay it all off the end of the month, obviously what you should be doing, paying off your balance at the end of the month. Once you pay it off, they give you another 1% back. So that balance is going to continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. 2% back everywhere. So say you have a card, kind of like the Chase Freedom card we were just talking about. It gives you 3% back at drugstores. Obviously, you're going to use that at a drugstore. You're not going to use the 2% back. Say you get 3% back at the dining restaurants and things like that. Obviously, you're going to use the Chase Flex card. But for gas, other things like that you're going to be using it on, say bills, things like that, you're going to get straight back 2% no matter what. That's what makes this card so great, because there's no limits on it either. It's just 2% back no matter what, without limits. Also, this card has 18 months of APR, 0% APR. So you can say you have something you're going to be paying off within that first 18 months. You can transfer your balance over to that, or you go out, you have something you're looking forward to and buying. Say it's $1,000 or something. You're not going to be getting, it's an interest-free loan pretty much at the end of the day for 18 months. Obviously, you want to have that paid off before the 18 months is over, and you don't want to have to worry about interest. So make sure you set like a alert or something like that. That way you know what is coming up, especially at the end of the 18 months. You definitely want to have something set saying, hey, pay this off every month. This isn't 0% APR anymore, 0% interest anymore. And you want to have that paid off monthly. That way you don't get charged interest on your own money. That's what I do. That's what I recommend, obviously, as always, to pay off your cards every month. Nobody wants to pay interest, especially on your own money. Coming in at number 3 is the American Express Blue Cash Everyday card. It's one of my favorite cards as well. It's one I definitely recommend everybody have. Like I said, these cards that we went over today, I think usually you need to be above like a 600 credit score. So if you're trying to repair your credit, I have a video coming out on cards that would be good for people with bad credit. I think usually 620 plus on these cards. Obviously, if you're above a 650, definitely probably gonna get your chances up there high to get these cards. So I definitely recommend these cards if you have a decent to better credit score. Obviously, like I said, I'll be going over in the future pretty soon, the next few days. I'll have a video out on people that need to be repairing their credit and things like that. Cards that you can get that are out there now. You don't want to pay somebody to help repair your credit, but there is cards out there, secured cards and things like that, that'll help you get your credit score back up. So let's get back into it, obviously. The American Express Blue Cash Everyday card is a great card to have. I have it in my wallet, obviously. You earn 3% cash backs at U.S. supermarkets. So if you shop at supermarkets, that's 3% back that you wouldn't be having without this card. That's one reason why I like this card, because if you do shop at supermarkets, 3% back is 3% back. It's 3% more than you had back before. That definitely is one thing that I would be, if you're, like I said, shopping a lot, a great card to have, 3% back on that, because usually most cards are anywhere from 1% to 2%. You also earn 2% cash back at gas stations. Obviously, 2% back at the gas station. Hey, nobody complaining about that. Ain't that many cards out there. It's a couple cards I know that give 2%. Usually a lot of them are 1% back on the gas stations. So a 2% back on this card, a great deal. Also, you earn 2% back at the U.S. department stores. You go shopping for clothes or anything like that. These department stores, if you have a wife like me who likes to shop, 2% back. Hey, it's 2% back. For next, you obviously earn 1% back on all of the purchases, no matter what. All these rewards are here, cash, like after $12,000 or whatever, they don't have a limit. So that's at 3% back at the supermarkets, no limit. 2% back at gas stations, no limit. 2% back at the department stores, no limit. Like I said, it's one reason why I like this card a lot. It has a lot of no limits, and 3 to 2% back at a lot of places that other cards don't do. It kind of fills that gap that the other cards didn't have. It's the reason why I picked this card. One reason why I liked it. Also, if within the first 6 months, if you spend up to $1,000 in the first 6 months, you get $200 back So $200 back if you spend up to $1,000 within the first 6 months. And let's be honest, most people, if you're paying bills, doing things like that, even with it, you're getting $200 back. That's, you know, it's like you paying $800 on a $1,000 bill. Let's see, you know, it's free money at the end of the day. It's pretty much credit card churning, if you know what I mean by that. Obviously, you know, get credit cards, you can get free money and things like that. Credit card churning. I'm kind of like a credit card junkie myself. I have quite a bit of credit cards. I churn a lot of money that way. You know, it might not seem like a lot, but you know, $200 here, $300 here is great. Also, on this card, you can earn up to $300 back, or 20% back on Amazon.com purchases within the first 6 months. So hey, you earn up to $300 or 20% back on Amazon. So up to $300. So say you ordered stuff on Amazon. Obviously, if you got 20% back, eventually equal $300. That's where that would stop. But if you shop at Amazon a lot, obviously $300 on that 20% is pretty good. Plus, you can earn up to $100 when you spend obviously that $1,000. You can earn up to $100 on the $1,000 as well. So I mean, what is that, like $400 right there you can earn back just from using the card in the first 6 months. And that ends it for the top 3 cards. Obviously, like I said, I'll be going over if you got lower credit scores, things like that, need cards to help you get out of that, or places, aka like Chime and others. I'll be going over some things like that to help people out as well on that end of the credit spectrum, and cards and things like that that can help you be able to get some cards like this, because these obviously are the better cards you'd want. But there's obviously cards out there that you can earn like 1% back if you're trying to build your credit. And like I said, I'll be going over those within the next couple of days. I have a video up, so be looking out for that. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys smack the subscribe button, smack the little bell over there as well, and that way you guys know when the next video's up, and that we get notifications. Thank you so much for coming and watching this video. I appreciate it. Like I said, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below if you guys have any questions or anything like that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.